What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on Electric Dogs. Hopefully you guys are having a great day whenever you guys are seeing this video. So everyone, I thought I would do another full day of eating in my life. You guys really seem to like these. I've done quite a few of these on my channel. So it is currently Sunday. It's actually Super Bowl Sunday. Got done with some work and I'm actually going to go out and crush a workout, or attempt to crush a workout on my DIY tri-bike, which if you guys have followed me on Instagram, you guys will know. I put some aero bars on my old road bike and I've been using that to kind of just get back into the whole flow of getting in that position for the Ironman that I am training for. So I'm gonna head out and do some training today. And then after that, we're gonna watch the Super Bowl. Actually, not really sure if we're gonna have, we'll probably have some Super Bowl themed food. And the other thing I'm really excited about is the new Wahoo Rival. I'm really amped about this. So if you guys don't know, I actually picked up the Garmin Fenix 6 a few videos ago, and I was using this previously for most of my training, but Wahoo actually sent me out their new Wahoo Rival to test out, and I've been using it for the past few days, and today I'm going to be using it on my bike ride. So I'm really excited to give it a shot and see what it's like. I'll also be doing a little review of it in this video, and I'll be doing a comparison between this and the Garmin Fenix 6 watch. I'm gonna give it a shot today and see how it does on a longer ride. I'm gonna enjoy some food and show you guys another day in the life. All right, everyone, so today's training is a circuit workout. I have about an 8-mile loop nearby my house. I do loops around it. I track my heart rate and also my total time for each loop. I try to average between 21 minutes and 22 minutes for each loop. So since I don't have a power meter on this bike, I can't really do any power-based workouts or training, so it is what it is. That being said, it's time to get indoor training. All right, so change of plans. I'm actually gonna head back home right now, finish this ride. We're about 2.5 hours in, head back home, put on the running shoes, go for a little run. Feeling good today. So I'm curious what my pacing will be like for a little post bike ride run. All right, so 52.5 miles, about 2 hours and 40 minutes. So of course, as soon as I walk in, what's she baking up over there?
Those are strawberry cookies.
Strawberry cookies?
Mm-hmm. Strawberry chocolate. Chocolate strawberry.
I cannot wait for those to get inside my body. Bike ride's all done. I think I'm gonna try and see how fast I can go in 1 hour. The goal is to not die. Let's move. 7.5 miles down, almost at an entire hour. I want to try and push it to 10 miles. We'll see how I feel. Final mile, 7:27 pace. Let's finish strong. Woo. Everyone, it's always a good day when you hit a new PR. 7:32 per mile pace for an hour and 16 minutes. That's the fastest I've at once, at least. That's a 10-mile PR. I can't believe I ran that fast. You know, I always tell you guys when I have a goal in mind, the only thing that's on my mind is the word execute. That's what gets me through these types of days. You gotta push yourself if you wanna be better. That's just the reality. Whew, man, that felt really good. That looks good. That certainly looks good. And those look even better. We're doing the taste test for Christy's channel, Christy vs. Kitchen. You guys gotta go subscribe if you haven't already. Looks very delicious. Nailed it.
Can you guess what the ingredients are? Nutella.
Ah.
They're so good. I ate like 5 bars.
Oh my gosh. Babe. So now Christy and I are going to head over to a place that we really like to see if we can watch the game. I do know I need a cerveza. Cerveza. You know what that means? It means body shot. In Spanish, it means beer.
12 seconds later.
Ooh. That is delicious. Shout out to Modern Times because they make really good beer. We got hummus. Oh, by the way.
That it's so dead here.
Yeah, it's pretty much dead around here. Support local when you can, especially right now. Hummus, hummus, hummus. That looks delicious. Got to get all the flavor profiles. It's fire. I'm never doing that ever again.
Let me tell you how cute you are.
Cute?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
12 seconds later.
Is it just me, or do halftime shows just continuously get worse?
I think that after, I'm trying to think of the halftime show that was like it was so amazing. I think it was Lady Gaga who performed, and it was just like
Super good.
so entertaining.
I think
so
after the
good.
whole Janet Jackson thing.
Oh yeah, was that when she like her nip slipped?
You're so cute, Teens. You got a big nose. Make it scratched. You got big fluffy ears. Ooh, does that feel good? Christy and I are going to be watching Friday After Next because it's one of the best movies of all time. Oh, and the Bucks.
Bucks won.
The Buccaneers won the Super Bowl.
I didn't realize that was Tom Brady until halfway in.
Christy did not realize that Tom Brady was playing for the Buccaneers. She's like, I thought Tom Brady was on the Patriots. So while dinner cooks up, I'm gonna be eating some chips.
Did you eat tater tots?
We have waffle fries, we have tater tots.
You eat all the Idaho potatoes?
I'll make waffle fries. Salad with chicken. Balance. It is time to try out cookie dough crave. Is this what it is? Chocolate chip cookie dough crave. That's a good cereal. Is it good? Oh, I'm so excited. So Crave is a legendary cereal.
It's probably one of the best cereals I've had in a long time.
Really? We're gonna see if it gets my seal of approval. Wow. Wow. They nailed it. Cookie dough in a cereal. Is this real life right now? Phenomenal. Wow. If I had to give that an overall rating, that would probably get an 8 out of 10. Not the best cereal I've ever had, but that is legendary. All right, everyone, so I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. This is the point of the video where I'm going to be covering something that I've been getting asked a lot about lately, and it is on the topic of wearable devices, and in particular, I'm going to be giving you guys my full opinion, my review of the Garmin Fenix 6 versus the Wahoo Rival. Just to clarify here, this is not going to be one of those like super technical breakdown videos where I'm gonna go point by point by point on every minute detail with every single watch. I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on both of the watches. If you guys want a very thorough review of not just this watch, but like everything else when it comes to fitness related watches and cycling stuff and everything, there's this YouTube channel called DC Rainmaker. He makes a lot of fantastic reviews. Highly recommend to go check his channel out. And also, before I get into this, full disclosure, Wahoo actually sent me out the Element Rival to try out. I just wanted to clear the air before I get into this review. I was using the Apple Watch Series 5 for a long time until I want to say about March of 2020. I actually decided to order a Whoop band because they were just super hyped up. And then I ended up actually returning the Whoop band because I realized that the accuracy of the Whoop band was like, it was just not very accurate at all. And I found that a lot of the features that the Whoop band claimed to have were things that I already pretty much knew. So just to start things off, the Garmin Fenix 6, I actually ended up doing a little mini review that I posted on my personal Instagram, which is linked down below in the description a few weeks ago, but I'm just gonna summarize all of that here for you guys right now. Like I said earlier, I paid $700 for this watch right here. And so when I got it, I tried it out for a few days, and long story short, I found that it was very inaccurate with a lot of the readings and a lot of the data that it was giving me. There was this weird thing that was happening where I'd be going through a bike ride, it would start off normally, and I'd find that my heart rate would randomly jump super high according to the watch, and then it would drop super low, and then it would just drop out and it would not record at all. And that to me should not be happening when you're paying $700 for a watch. It just shouldn't. One thing that the Garmin Fenix 6 measures is your sleep. I mean, it claims to measure it, but another disappointment for me was waking up and wanting to look at my sleep data and noticing that it didn't even track the night before. I found that it would track about 80 to 90% of the time, but I'm not really understanding why it wouldn't track some nights. And at the end of the day, that's a pretty big disappointment for me, again, because when you pay $700 for a watch, you expect it to be consistent with tracking things like that. I expected things to get a little bit better when I actually paired my heart rate strap to the watch so that it wasn't actually using my wrist, basically so it would be more accurate, and nothing really changed that much. So that was what I didn't like about it, and here's what I did like about it. Honestly, everyone, the Fenix 6, this is mainly why I chose it. This watch, everyone, it is a gorgeous looking watch. This to me is not a smartwatch. I mean, it doesn't look like a smartwatch at all. This is something that you can wear on the bike, you can wear it running, and then you can go take a shower and go out and wear it, and it's not gonna look like a smartwatch. Garmin does a really good job at adding customizable options when it comes to watch faces. They have like this, the Garmin IQ store or whatever it's called, and there are so many options when it comes to watch faces. It's actually kind of a little overwhelming, but there's a lot of ways to customize your Fenix 6, which is really cool. The other thing that I really love about the Garmin Fenix 6 is that the battery life it's insane. I remember when I would go to bed at night with my Apple Watch and I would have to charge it every single day. I don't have to charge this watch. I have to charge this watch probably once every couple of days. And that's saying something, considering that I ride every single day for multiple hours at a time. And as you guys saw in this video, I'm sometimes doing 2-a-day workouts, which will drain your battery on your watch like crazy. A lot of the metrics that I was seeing, like my respiration rate and even getting into some of the sleep data, that's all really cool stuff. Like, even if it's not 100% accurate, it's still really cool to know a lot of that information. And a lot of that stuff you won't find on a lot of watches out there. And now for the Wahoo Rival. This watch right now I think is around $380. So to my knowledge, this is Wahoo's first device to hit the whole wearable market. Now, with what I've been going through with Garmin, with the Fenix 6, and what I had just gone through with Whoop, I already figured that the heart rate data would be pretty inaccurate, and I just wouldn't really see very much of a change. And honestly, everyone, after opening it up and using it for a day or two, I found the same thing to happen with this watch that happened with the Garmin Fenix 6. A lot of the data just wasn't really that accurate. Now, when I first started using it, I started noticing the same exact thing that happened with my Garmin. I would get into a ride, and then the data that I was seeing on my watch would spike, and then it would drop off. And I really wasn't sure what was going on because the watch was paired to the heart rate monitor that I was using. It seems like a lot of other people have had the same issues because after going online and reading a lot of other people's reviews and different opinions, it's just something that other people, including myself, just kind of deal with. I even took the Rival out today on a little walk. Even on a recovery day, I found myself, like I was walking up a slight hill and I never keep my heart rate anywhere above 80 on my recovery days at all. And I looked down and I saw 154 and I was like, yeah, that's definitely not where it's at right now. Now, it's not so much of a problem for me when you see spikes in heart rate data for a second or a few seconds, but when you start to notice that it stays there and you go home and you analyze your training and your workout and you start to see that it actually occurred for longer than a few seconds and actually did for a few minutes or maybe even 20 to 30 minutes, then your entire workout data, everything is skewed and you can't really gauge how your workout was if you're looking at data, which is a big problem. Now, Wahoo created the Element Rival, in my opinion, to cater to not just cyclists, not just runners specifically, but to triathletes as well. So they have something called the triathlon mode, which in a nutshell, if you're training for a triathlon, you don't have to start and stop your activities individually. You can actually have transitions between those activities, which is very cool. That is something that, to my knowledge, no other companies are actually doing. So when I saw the Rival come out and I looked into the actual features of it, I was like, that is something that's really awesome because for me, I'm training right now for an Ironman. Now this feature is great, but it really only works for people that run, bike, and swim. For people like myself that do running and biking, you still have to separate it into two separate activities. And the transition part doesn't work because it's only working for a run, bike, and swim workout. But then again, when I do start swimming, I will most definitely be utilizing that because even though I've read a few reports about there being a little bit of a lag time when using the touchless transition feature, I still love it. I still think that that is a huge game changer, and I'm definitely gonna be utilizing that for sure. Now, here's what I love about the Wahoo Rival. So this obviously looks like more of a smartwatch, but it's still very sleek, and it's a sick looking watch. In my opinion, it's definitely not as cool looking as the Fenix, but it's a really nice looking watch. Now, right out of the box, the Wahoo Rival was super easy to set up. Way easier than the Garmin Fenix 6. All I really had to do was take this thing out of the box and pair it with my iPhone using a QR code, and that was it. That's really all I needed to do. And that's awesome because I really like things that are simple. I mean, don't we all? From my experience, the whole setup process of everything and just using the Wahoo Rival versus the Garmin Fenix 6, the UI of the Wahoo app is so much easier to navigate than the UI of the Garmin IQ app or whatever it's called. I feel like I'm doing rocket science whenever I go into my Garmin app and I'm trying to change things, or I'm trying to move around watch faces, or I'm trying to change the layout of my widgets, or whatever it is. And I feel like Wahoo, like their entire system of their app and how they have everything laid out is so simple, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And that's why I switched actually from Garmin to Wahoo products back in 2017. The other thing that I love about the Wahoo Rival is that if you have other Wahoo products, like I just mentioned with pairing this using a QR code, super easy to, it just, everything works seamlessly. The other cool thing about this watch is that the battery life is super long. Like with both of these watches, I don't have to worry about charging these every night, which is awesome. Listen everyone, at the end of the day, my honest opinion is that you can't really compare both of these watches because the Garmin Fenix 6, first and foremost, is a $700 watch that's basically giving you a library of different metrics. You know, if you can afford a $700 watch that's going to be able to track your respiration rate when you're sleeping, like, great. That's the Garmin Fenix 6 for you. When it comes down to something like the Wahoo Rival, they still give you a lot, but there's still some things that are missing. For example, I would really love it if there was an integration for voice assistants. You don't even get that with the Fenix 6. And as somebody that used the Apple Watch for a long time and actually really used the voice recognition software to send text messages, to set reminders for myself, all these different things, I was really disappointed to find that the Fenix 6 and the Rival don't have that. And they also don't have a touchscreen as well. So both of those aspects I really hope are gonna be coming on future models of the Fenix and the Rival. The Fenix 6 is a great watch and the Wahoo Rival is a fantastic watch. They're both fantastic watches. But when it comes down to it, you really need to figure out what you're doing, what you're using the watch for. I'll still wear the Fenix 6, but for the majority of my training, I will be utilizing the Wahoo Rival because like I said earlier, it's definitely catered more towards the triathlete and it definitely performs very well as a watch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my breakdown of both of these watches. If you have any other questions, be sure to leave them down below in the comments. I feel like I've talked a lot. I need some dinner. Carne asada tacos and some homemade brown rice crackers. I haven't cooked a lot of carne asada in my life, but it's actually like the second time I've ever cooked it, so we're gonna see how this tastes. That is legendary. Whew. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but last but not least, I'm gonna try out my my homemade brown rice crackers. Let's see how these taste. Those are also delicious as well. Well, everyone, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little day in the life, even though this is the day after. Hope you guys like these. If you guys want to see more of these, be sure to let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next Electric Talks video.